We got breaking news in the NFL. And just like that, my man's Derek Carr announces his retirement from football. Y'all know me and my man Stevo. Hey, we gonna break this whole thing down, bruh. We gotta talk about this.
This shit
But
crazy.
you gotta hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm Bobby. I'm with Stevo, and we got some things to break down. Stevo, how you doing, though, my guy?
Bro, I mean, I knew it was going to be some nick and knacks when it come to news with the NFL, but damn, I ain't see this was coming from the heavily above.
Yo, the real. But hey, Adam Schefter announces that Derek Carr has announced his retirement from football, pretty much saying Derek Carr told the Saints upon reflection of prayer and in discussion with Heather, I assume that's his wife, I've decided to retire from the National Football League for more than 11 years. We have been incredibly blessed and we are forever grateful and humbled by this experience. It's difficult to find the right words to express our thanks to all our teammates, coaches, management, ownership, team officials, and especially the fans who made this journey so special. Your unwavering support has meant the world to us. Stevo, I ain't gonna lie. It came out a little bit shocking. Shout out to Derek Carr. His career plan 11 years in the NFL is nothing to sneeze at. I ain't gonna
At
hold you.
all, especially
You know
at
what I'm
QB.
saying? Especially at quarterback and then going to multiple organizations to where I can't lie to you, man. He was able to galvanize those Raiders over there in Oakland. Look, it didn't always end the prettiest, but he gave Oakland, you know what I'm saying, until they went to Las Vegas, his all. So you got to give credit where credit is due. But how you feeling about this whole retirement? Like, what's your initial thoughts? Because my initial thoughts is, hey, Saints, you still feel good about not selecting Shador Sanders for the future?
Right.
That's just me. But how you feeling?
Yeah, man. Like, when it come down to it, like, it's been a lot of weird and shady shit going on with this organization and Derek. Like, and it's more on Derek's side. Like, there was a lot of questions of the Super Bowl being in New Orleans and everything like that. You seen a ton of Saint players there. You seen a ton of everybody there, but you don't hear no Derek Carr. We ain't seen no Derek Carr. We ain't seen this. We ain't seen that. None of that. And the whole States fan base like, what the fuck? We're like, bro, is you our quarterback? Because you still get $100 million to your bank account every time we see this shit. So it's like, like I said before we went live, from the time of like draft time to like we could possibly get Shador, we could possibly get Jackson Dart to the point that we hit now. It's like, what the fuck going on, bro?
All right, my man's Arian joining us. What's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good this morning.
All
I just
right.
woke up to the news feeling blessed. All I gotta say is, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Good Lord, won't he do it?
But hey, this is our honorary Saints fan right here waking up to this news. My man Stevo said that you had a great night and you woke up to this and you feeling blessed and saying, won't he do it? But my man's announced his retirement on this Saturday. What is your thoughts? How you feeling right now about everything up until this point?
Man, it's crazy. I'm definitely blindsided by the news. I got definitely a mixed feeling about it, just because we've heard all these different things about Derek Carr, whether the injury looked fake. I know he was dealing with some personal stuff, and I never personally thought the injury was fake. You've been playing the league for 11 years. Obviously something gonna be messed up. Shoot, my shoulder hurt. I ain't played a down football in the NFL. So I knew he was hurt, but I didn't know to what extent it was. But now that he's retiring from it, it's kind of makes me want to pump the brakes. Like, okay, actually, there's some some stuff going on. I kind of do feel bad for talking about the man, but the way he went around this has not been normal per se. This is definitely different. I've never seen an NFL quarterback, go from, oh yeah, we just reconstructed his contract to look like he's at least going to play out the rest of his contract here, or at least the next year. And then 2 months later, it's, oh, he might not even play at all. So that came out right before the draft. We thought maybe that's a little bit of leverage that he put out with his camp to maybe get a push to go to another team. But now that he's just retiring flat out, that's very interesting to me. I definitely didn't see that coming, but I wish him the best in whatever endeavors he wants to do in life. Now he's got plenty of time to make them Rolls Royce fucking videos. So we'll see what he's got planned out after that.
Shout out to you, Arian, and check your microphone for me just to make sure we all good. It sound like it's a little far away from you, but yeah, my initial thoughts, bro, coming into this was after hearing it, I was like, hold on, what? Because I was, wrapping up, about to get ready and shut it down. Stevo texted me, hey, that man just retired. Hold on, what? Let's fire him back up. And then let's get ready to talk about it. And then I just look at the New Orleans Saints like, so you mean to tell me? And I know you couldn't plan for this, New Orleans Saints, but you mean to tell me as a New Orleans Saints, even with you kind of knowing that the shoulder was a little iffy, you still didn't take a gander or a look at Shedeur Sanders for a potential quarterback to come over and take over the reins? Because I understand you got Spencer Rattler. I understand you picked up Tyler Show. But, Arian, am I too crazy from an outsider looking at the Saints like that's still not good enough?
No, not at all. I definitely don't think it's good enough, but it is definitely better than what we have had to deal with the Trevor Simeons and the and all that the crap we've dealt with. But, Derek Carr definitely was, probably the best quarterback we've had in a little bit. But, I mean, he just, for the price tag, it wasn't working. So I definitely understand. I definitely was a little – I wish I had a live reaction to my reaction to the Tyler Shuck pick, because I was screaming my head off. But I don't calm down now. I don't understand why we maybe wanted to do that. And it was a little – it's not – it's very low risk, high reward. If he pans out, he pans out. If not, it's a second round pick. We could try this again tomorrow, or not tomorrow. We could try this again next year. Maybe some good quarterbacks come out. Maybe they don't. But I really just think Shedeur didn't match the mold of what they're looking for in the Saints. I don't understand that personally. I don't know what's wrong with a confident quarterback who's overly accurate. I mean, I understand he doesn't have any noticeably elite traits, but you don't really need overly elite traits to be good in the NFL. And right now, we're not looking for anyone to be elite for us. We're just looking for someone to at least, be competent.
Which is that's exactly what he was. Yeah. And that was my thing. It's like I made a whole video about how the whole QB standard has completely shifted, because at first Shedeur was what you was looking at 20 years ago. That's the prototype of quarterback that you want. Now he's somebody that's looked at as liability because he doesn't have the physical traits compared to somebody like a Josh Allen or a Justin Fields and that. But Justin Fields and the Josh Allen had to learn how to throw the damn football. That's not something he's coming in having to do. So, yeah, I was shocked to see that he was not on the radar. But when it comes to the Saints, I feel like, once again, me and Arian know Tyler a little bit more personally, even though he lost his job to a motherfucker that's the backup for, I don't even know what was it, the Outlaws. He not even the goddamn. I don't even think it's the USA League or whatever it is. But, yeah, you got what, 3 or 4 people in y'all QB room?
Yeah, we got Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner, and Shuck.
Yeah, so you got a bevy of. So you got a bevy of experience. So you basically just got a room full of go manage the game, don't lose it. And and like I said, y'all still have so much stuff to work on. So it's it wasn't super, super dire to get a quarterback, but I was like, if it's right there.
Yeah, I was definitely fine with letting Rattler take the reins for a year and just letting him see what he can do with a fully healthy line and not playing with guys who work at Popeyes.
Not Popeyes.
That line was worse than ours at some points. It really.
Line, receivers, Mason Tipton and Bub Means.
Yeah.
I mean, if those are info receivers to you.
Who?
Bub Means and Mason Tipton.
Hey, that's some hell of a football name.
That's who was
London
starting.
said they got a brother in this bitch we don't know about.
Some light skinned dude. I don't know. He was killing
Hey,
though.
that's
He might make
but
TV
my
deals.
whole thing, like with the Saints, was coming in, and why I really wanted them to go after a quarterback like Shador, or I wouldn't even been mad at a Jackson Dart if I feel like Kellen
Yeah.
Moore needs a fair shot to get his guy to come in the mold, because I'm pretty sure that you could agree that nobody's picking the Saints to go out and make the playoffs this season, but you need to take steps forward to say, hey, we got our quarterback. We improve. Let's go out there and improve this offensive line. Let's work on the defensive trenches, because those guys over there are a little bit more on the older side. So that was my whole plan moving into it. But what could Spencer Rattler do for the New Orleans Saints this season?
I think Spencer Rattler, if he's given the chance, I mean, I understand he's a 5th round pick, but he's got the talent. You know, he was elite 11 quarterback. He was definitely before, you know, everything that happened in college and kind of, you know, the things he's went through. He was seen as, you know,
Number
that
one
guy.
pick. Yeah.
And I think he still has some of that in him. You know, I've seen some of the throws he can make that when stuff break down, when he got off platform, and you know, he's definitely got the talent, but sometimes it doesn't all go there. Like the dude can put a ball anywhere he wants to with a flick of the wrist. So the man's got all the talent in the world. It's just if he can, you know, make something with it, then you know, then I think
it's
we'll be in a good
kind of
situation.
like with us, like with our quarterback. He's really good at off schedule throws. Like he get out the pocket and he reacts and he throw to his reaction. He can make something shake. Is when in the process in the system. That's when you like, all right, motherfucker. He don't throw. He don't just 2-step hitch. He don't just 1-step hitch. It's like that's the problem. And yeah, and that's a common problem for a lot of big arm, multi-talented, generational type arm type of quarterbacks nowadays. So like what, and I kind of get the point of like Shador kind of didn't fall into place because Kellen liked to throw that damn ball.
Yeah.
And Shador can't throw it 40 times. I don't want Shador to throw it 40 times though. So I think that's kind of what they doing. Jackson, that motherfucker go throw 40 anyway. So like,
yeah, I think we really wanted Jackson Dart. I know they said Shuck was their guy from like as soon as they got done with their interview, they knew that it was going to be Shuck, but they also were heavily around Dart as well. I think they would have gotten Dart. It's just that, you know, the Giants traded up to get him. So if Dart was there in the second, they might have got him. But I think they would definitely.
Hey, I seen a little clips of Jackson Dart interview with the Giants, and the man was on his money. He was making sure he was sharp in that interview room, going through, you know, the one-on-one interview with them. And hey, we're gonna see what these young guys are made of, man. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it, because the New Orleans Saints, bro, I think y'all got a lot more work to do, bro. A lot more work to do just to get in that C South right now. Even though I don't think that the division is that strong, but I know that the Saints, at the end of the day, they still gonna go out there and play hard, though. I just think that that's just the culture.
They still probably watch they not end up being the worst team in the division. Also weird shit.
You know, that's usually how it happens. It'll end up being randomly the Panthers. Oh, the Panthers still were the worst. Were we the worst team of the Panthers? I can't.
Well, they had a strong ending,
it
so
don't
it was
matter.
like
it don't matter.
Yeah.
But it's I'm excited to see what Tyler Shuck can do. I mean, the only thing that kind of turns me off from him is just the fact that he is, you know, he's going to be 26 when he takes his first start, and then the injuries. Yeah, they aren't injuries, soft tissue injuries that can, you know, happen over and over again. They're breaks. So unless the man's got like some sort of bone disease or something, he's not going to be breaking bones left or right. He could, I don't know, but I think he'll be all right. He was definitely the most ready quarterback that I've seen, even though he hasn't played that many games. His mechanics, the way he throws, the only problem with him is just that he just gets rattled under pressure. If he can figure that out, I think we'll be.
See how Kellen Moore prepare him.
See
how Kellen Moore prepare him. But I think that they're gonna run with Spencer Rattler and see what he's gonna be able to give. And if the season is pretty much lost, they might run him out that last 4-5 games. See what he's made of. You think it can happen sooner?
I don't even think. I think they're gonna. It's gonna be QB battle. I honestly think. No, I think Spencer Rattler might win it. Just because he's been around the locker room and kind of knows. I mean, I know it's a new system, but he's been around the guys. I think he's going to get more of a head up start. But I think at least by week 2, maybe 4, it might change. It might change over.
They're gonna see how that season start, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't see us winning that many games, and I know the schedule hasn't come out until Wednesday, but I've seen who we play. There's no way we start off too hot. I mean, I know we started off hot last year, but it's not going to work. It's not going. It's not going to happen. Spencer Rattler.
I ain't mad at that, but hey, this man, my man's Derek Carr. I think it's. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna come in here a little more ticked off, but hey, you said won't he do it? My man said won't he do it?
I'm blessed, forever blessed. Like I mean, I would have been mad if I came in here and I saw that he got traded to a different team. Then I would have been hot. Because you're over here doing all these little games, and then talking to church, going to church and talking about, people, why people talking bad about me? And then you go over here and weasel your way out of contract just to play for a new team. Then I would have been a little upset. But I mean, now that I see that, he's doing what, he thinks is best for him and his family, and that he's just taking himself away from the game completely. Yeah. I understand that. I mean, Saints fans wanted him gone. Either he got fired, he wanted to leave himself, or whatever. We just wanted to know how it was going to happen. We knew he was going to be gone. We just did not expect retirement.
And there's something to say about these shoulder injuries. Like
something
because you got Buddy in Cleveland, great John Watson. You got
Trevor Lawrence.
Because you remember the shoulder injury is why he wasn't playing good.
Oh, so, yeah.
You got Trevor Lawrence. You got there's somebody else that just had a big one. But like shoulders is Cam Newton. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
My goat right here. See that? That's Drew Brees right here. My goat. He messed up his shoulder real bad and became one of the goats. So I don't know what these new age quarterbacks.
He was already supremely accurate. It just took away his power. He just got more.
Yeah, it took away a little power from him. Yeah. But Cam Newton, that's completely changed his career.
Because that motherfucker.
Because he was never really
accurate at all.
Accurate quarterback.
I feel that. But I don't even think it's his throwing shoulder, which is the thing with Derek Carr. No.
It must be
that's the crazy part.
Because they said he was trying to do keep the puncture and he was trying to avoid rehab. So and they was like, nah, you need surgery.
From what I know or from what I've gathered is so far he went through a ramp-up period because he hurt his thumb and he wasn't able to grip a football, so he couldn't really throw a football to begin with, so he didn't know that his shoulder was really messed up. Now, I don't really know how you go through, months and months and months
the dead ball.
Oh, I didn't know his shoulder was messed up. And then when you throw a ball, you're like, oh, hold on, something kind of messed up in here. Something really messed up, I feel like you would know that on your your day-to-day. I feel like moving around, you'd be like, oh, my shoulder ain't feeling right. Not when you start throwing the ball.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's probably because it was his non-throwing shoulder. Because
just a lot of weird things going on. It's a lot of weird things. I'm happy this thing is going to be behind us. Like I said, wish the man the best, but I'm waiting for brighter horizons. I'm waiting to see what this next.
You want Arch Manning?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's some Derrick Rose to the bullshit right there.
Oh, the real what?
I am a stout Oregon fan. Steven knows, but I hope Texas go undefeated. I hope Arch win the Heisman. I hope they win the national championship. So Arch can take his butt out. And I hope we get the first pick so we can get that.
I don't know about all that shit.
Hey, you better go with Derek Carr to pray and talk to heaven.
He got plenty of time to
go that prayer closet for to be lethal now.
I might gotta join him.
That mug got oil in that mug.
He got everything.
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Jacob pulled up in there. My man said y'all should have picked up Shador. Called y'all dummies. Now y'all got to deal with Tyler Show. Chuck. Josh, 3 quarterbacks that are very meh. Saints will probably have the top pick in the next draft, which is Arian. He pulling for that. That's what he want. My man, he embracing the tank at this point.
It's called the March for Arch.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's not even a tank. They just asked.
Oh, we even got a tank. Unless Coach Teeth got something up his sleeve that I ain't seen before.
Yeah, Tipton is in the tip top of the damn.
We got. I don't know who we gonna throw the ball to. We got 3 receivers that are all 6 foot, 180 pounds, soaking wet. So I don't know. Who
And you
plan
got a
on throwing the
running
ball
back
to on
that's
third
halfway
down,
out
so.
the door.
Yeah.
I don't think he's out the door. He just Kamara's complacent in what he's doing. Kamara just loved the city. He just want to be there. That man just don't care.
He'll
That
give
man
up.
just trying to play football. That man don't care. He just gonna tote that rock and sway his dreads and not have
See
care
y'all at
about it.
Mardi Gras.
The real see how that body
I
grab
see
with
y'all
the
there.
shades on. V-Dog in the building. All the teams had their QB situation already solidified. He just didn't have any legitimate options. Plus, he's getting up in age also. So could have been a number of things, but hey,
That's a point too. It wasn't nowhere for that motherfucker to go for real too.
yeah, if there was a
I
trade
feel
on
like
the
the
table.
Steelers. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I guess this is indicative that
I ain't gonna
they're
lie.
full on for Aaron.
I say y'all stupid a lot. Steelers the Trump y'all. I'm sorry. Steelers are so stupid. It don't make no fucking sense. Like I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
I don't know what Mike Tomlin
Tweaking.
Just get prepared for that
mug,
first
tweaking.
losing season.
It's coming.
That's my prediction.
How you not even? They didn't
They
draft a
got
quarterback.
they
at
got
all.
Will
Will Howard.
Oh, okay.
Good
Okay.
luck.
So they got
So
Mason Rudolph cousin in this bitch.
And Mason Rudolph. It's a
And Mason
family
Rudolph.
affair.
Oh, my mom.
What you talking about? They Jacob Pong asks is Rashid Shaheed coming back.
Yeah, he's been working out. He blew his ACL, but he did it pretty early in the season to where I believe they're looking to. He's going to be good for week 1. He's just OTAs right now, and then
Damn, I forgot
OTAs
he
and
tore his
training
ACL.
camp is a little fishy.
All right.
But that's another one that he's a receiver that's been hurt. This is I think second year he just got hurt and got out the season early. So I mean, we got a lot of guys who are hurt. A lot of hurt guys.
Hey,
so.
The March for Arch is underway. Shout out to y'all.
Hey, you better trade that
looking
now. You better say that
very-
now for somebody state that shit.
The real trademark.
The March for
Let's
Arch.
get it.
I'm gonna put it right up there. March for
Let's
Arch.
get it.
And neon lights.
I'm gonna have a countdown.
Hey, that'd be cold. Stream every day.
On
the
day
real.
1. We on day 1 today.
Week 1. Saints lose
It
again.
starts
The
today.
Saints start the season off in the right way, losing. The March for Arch is underway.
It has begun.
On the real. But hey, man, we appreciate everybody that tuned in into this breaking news episode. Aaron, you got anything left, brother?
I'm gonna just leave y'all with a who dat. I know that don't really do too much because it's gonna be everyone go beat them Saints, but it's who dat till furthermore.
Stevo, you got anything left?
Hey man, at this point, the way this channel going, I'm just looking at who gonna do some dumb shit next because that's how it's been. It's been question mark after question mark every video. Like what man?
That's the last few. But hey, we'll see what's to it, man. Hey, what did happen to Michael Thomas? Did he just get paid and say it's to hell with him?
Oh,
Michael Thomas, he went
5 minutes.
He went NFC South, Antonio Brown, and kind of called everybody in the Saints organization some unfavorable names, and they was kind of like, all right, we just gonna part ways. We just gonna let this ride out. Last thing I heard, Michael Thomas said about Derek Carr, on my granny he asked. So I don't know. I don't know what he doing. So I think Derek Carr. I think Michael Thomas is probably having a good day today. So
maybe
I told you that nigga was ass.
But hey, that's the end of the show, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure before y'all go, y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if more news drop, we gonna be right here delivering the news. But hey, that is it. We appreciate y'all. We gonna catch y'all on the next.